I have prepared a written statement. Houston, we have a problem. Sorry to all the Duke fans out there. We slipped up almost as bad as your Lord and Savior, Cooper Flag. If you don't get the reference, go back and do some soul searching from last year. And what is this with all the Duke bots commenting? Don't you dare compare us. As if you're UConn women's basketball or something. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. This very well may be Duke's year. And maybe I'm poking the bear here, but I mean, it's been 10 years, guys. Something's got to get you guys going. All jokes aside, this is sports and this is basketball. UVA has to crawl back in the ACC tournament and get another chance. And speaking of second chances, the guy in the black shirt, would you like a second chance?
Who, me? A
Who,
second chance?
me?
I don't need a second chance.
Oh boy.
You know, every now and then you have a slip of the tongue and, you know, the internet doesn't forget. And that's kind of what happened here. And quite frankly, don't podcast when you're tired with a 9-week-old at home. And maybe look at the full sheet, okay? Y'all are coming after me saying y'all had an easy schedule. Clearly, that's not the case, all right? I was a little guided there. The website I was looking at only showed me the quad 4 games and 3 games. I was like, man, that's what I was looking at in the moment and made that statement. And then we just briefly moved on. But apparently that's what stuck out to everybody. I mean, as of all the people to get the crowd going, it was me this time. So, you know, Duke, I'm looking at it. Man, y'all's quad 1 schedule's really good. Great job, guys. You did a really good job. But, you know, with a program like Duke, you should probably play a little bit tougher teams than Indiana State, Howard, Lipscomb. You can afford a little bit better. Maybe let's pump up that quad 3 number. You know, maybe that quad 2 number, okay? All jokes aside, okay, your schedule's not weak. It was a slip of the tongue in the moment, okay? By all accounts, I am not a Duke hater. That's for sure. You know, I grew up in Virginia as a J.J. Redick fan. So there's a soft spot for me for Duke. Kind of like Mills and Cam Boozer. So that's all he wants to see is Cam Boozer. All he talks about, Cam Boozer, Duke this, Duke that. So, yeah, you know, it was a little bit of a slip of the tongue there. But, hey, for some reason, you gave us our best video ever. 700 views, 32 comments. We'll take it. There's no such thing as bad publicity in this game. So you put us on the map. You gave us multiple subscribers. And you're probably going to come back and listen to us again when we release this video too. So thank you. We'll take the views. All right. Now we can dive into the comments a little bit. Y'all are ruthless.
Well, before you really get into that, I mean, I do want to say, like, some of your drive is when we're doing this, you gotta have to have you know, you have a protagonist and an antagonist here. Obviously, in my opinion, Mills is our antagonist, and he's going to be pumping up Duke in this particular situation. Sean, you're going to be, you know, you're going to be defensive. You're going to pump up. We're not going to just sit here and cowtail to, you know, to Duke. That's just not what it is. So we got to have that confidence. And yeah, I agree with you. And I agree with you, Sean, that, like, not necessarily critical of the team itself. I wouldn't really say I don't believe I ever said that Duke was ever overrated or anything like that. I mean, I do find it, you got one of the best college players right now. I do find it amazing that you guys missed y'all's opportunity. I feel really bad for you guys that you guys missed that opportunity last year with Cooper Flag and Con. And maybe this truly is your year. Like, you know, this is an opportunity for you guys to win a national title. I think it's good for the ACC. It's good for ACC basketball when an ACC team wins. I can't remember who was the last ACC champ we had. Anybody here?
That would be 2019 UVA.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's not necessarily trying to compare the two programs, but anything, but, like, you know, we're in that, like, little club with you guys. I mean, maybe in the corner. I don't know.
We got our IDs checked.
No, but if you really go back and look at it, I mean, we did have that. Maybe I was stuck in the Bennett era a little bit. I mean, we did make a pretty good run year in, year out where we were cream of the crop. So, but Sean, you want to read some comments, it sounded like.
Well,
Yeah,
you
all
know,
because you're trying to shut down your clickety-clackety because you keep getting your fingernails done.
So
yeah.
I got the keyword fixed this time. But no, some of the comments were, mostly about the schedule comment. Again, I don't even have recollection of what I said, but there it is. Um, and then let's see, talked about the tested games. And to clarify, again, what I was saying down the stretch, we had 8 games where we came back in the second half to win. That's what I was saying by battle tested. Not that we played the best competition out there. We didn't play the Duke schedule apparently, but we definitely, those are what I'm saying by battle tested. You find what your team is when you're down and you make a comeback. I mean, unfortunately, we didn't have a ninth comeback win available to us on Saturday. But that's what that one was. Let's see. I like the ones that agree with me. Play the game. No team is unbeatable. In Odom we trust. Shout out Deuce jumping in there for us.
Mills, while you're looking at these, Sean, I mean, I'm picking out a few. You feel like we need to play a better non-conference schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all agree with Odom's first year. The schedule fit what we were looking for, just to get our feet wet within the Odom era. But I think moving forward, I think going to the Greenbrier and playing that tournament doesn't mean anything. I think we honestly need to play a Kentucky at Kentucky, or go to Kansas, or go to Florida and play these larger teams. Like, go to UConn, play at UConn, build a better non-conference schedule. Go out west, play Gonzaga. I just think you
you're
need
just naming
to.
good teams, but
I mean, but seriously, we're gonna play Northeastern, and we're gonna play North Carolina Central. Those are
but again,
games we want to watch.
You can't be but so critical of it. Just like I said, like you said earlier, and like we were discussing, like this was this was the non-conference schedule we needed for this team to see what they can
Correct.
do. And I feel like, the season that we've had potentially may open doors for us to go to those Maui Invitationals, or go down to Puerto Rico, or wherever the Bahamas, wherever the Atlantis tournament is. You know what I mean? So I think we're in a better position next year to make those types of scheduled games. You know what I mean? So it's a process. I mean, I agree with you guys that we got to do a little bit better. I mean, it's a little bit more of a risk reward type of thing, but yeah. Sean, do you find some more comments?
Some of them, I mean, they're all kind of the same thing, but again, they're all talking about the schedule and unimpressive, and I've already explained that we don't need to keep rehashing that. We'll let it go. Cameron Indoor, tough place to play. Obviously, it showed up for us on Saturday. And I'll jump into the non-conference. Again, I agree with you, Ben. First year with Odom, you got to get your feet wet. You figure out what team you have. I mean, when you got a program like Duke that just gets the top talent year in and year out, and you just get to handpick your players to a point, you are going to have the expectations to play these tougher teams. So we'll see what Odom does in year 2 with his non-conference.
I think another thing that goes into just kind of the mindset leading up into that game, and we play the same teams that they do throughout the year, and when I look back, and we've had a couple tough games that were really close, but we also had some blowout wins. You know what I mean? So you look at that we're winning in the same fashion that they're beating some of the teams in the ACC as well. So I think there was a little bit, you probably got a little bit of ahead of ourselves after that Georgia Tech game, obviously, and that North Carolina State game. So I can definitely see why we would draw those parallels, and I don't think that game is definitely reflective of how dominant Duke is. I just really just look at it like it was probably one of the worst case scenarios for us. We went really cold shooting. Duke's really, really good defensively. And, they shot much higher percentage than they generally do from the 3-point line. I mean, those are tough odds to overcome, just, minus Cameron as well. So, I mean, do you guys have any thoughts about the game itself?
I thought we definitely did a good job with Boozer. We did not allow him to get a field goal in the first half. Everything he got was from the line. It was like hack-a-shack out there for him. And then he only ended up with 3 field goals total. And it was who I thought would be on him. It was DeRitter, who did a really good job battling, but got called for 2 quick fouls. And then he had Tillis, who came in, and they both did a really good job. It was a physical ball game, too, by the way. there was a lot of banging going around, both sides of the ball. Refs kind of let them play a little bit, which was good, and then they tightened it up towards the end. But yeah, Ben, shooting was awful, absolutely awful. 3 for 18 in the second half alone. Um, 7 for 35 from 3-point land in the game. You can't win games shooting that poorly. And we didn't get the rebounds like we normally do. We got out rebounded by 8 total. We only got 9 offensive rebounds. And that's our biggest asset. So, like in the game tonight that just wrapped up, we had 5 offensive rebounds in the first 4 minutes. And against the entire game against Duke, we had 9. So it was tough sledding all around. Everything that normally goes well for us didn't. And I think if we made a few more of those open threes, because we did a really good job at getting open looks early in that first half, and they just couldn't fall down. Chance couldn't knock any down. Jakari couldn't knock any down. Thomas was absent the entire game. But, we just had some open looks that just didn't fall for us. And I think if we knock a few more down, it's just a different game going into that second half. But overall, get that one out of the way now. Let's get them in. Let's try to get Duke again in the ACC championship and see him on a neutral site. Maybe the ball will go in for us a little bit better.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Man, you got anything?
I don't got anything. I mean, I'd like to see them in the ACC tournament. It looks like UVA just wrapped up the second seed with the win tonight, so we'll be the 2 seed going into the ACC tournament. So the only way we'll meet Duke is in the ACC championship. So it'd be fun to watch that one go down. But really, what matters is March and the March Madness, the big bracket. So
Well, they still
that'll be
hang
fun.
banners. They still hang banners for ACC championships.
They do.
It'll go right.
They
It'll go
do.
very nice next to that 2019 banner we got.
What, a national title? Or I
Yeah,
don't
the
think they're gonna
ACC
put it. I
championship
don't think
over
they'll
there.
put the ACC title beside that
Hey,
one.
It's
Like-
all about hanging a banner. If it's the ACC championship, national championship,
Yeah, we can't be flashing rings, Sean, because they just hold up all those hands and we got the one. But so
they're like the Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys. They haven't done anything since the 90s, early 2000s, and everybody still is hanging on their jock, and they think they're the best team in America.
we
I
got
mean,
them.
I mean,
Hey, I got
we,
something
we
for
can't
you.
be mad
Off
because obviously
topic.
they beat us, and then they beat us in football ACC championship, which hurt. So, props to Duke. They had a good year. We'll see
I
if
got
they can
something
finish
that's
it off.
off topic, but
And
college
you got
basketball.
Coach
What
Pollard
is?
poison pilling us
Yeah,
as we
and we
speak.
stole their Duke coach. A lot of
I say
Duke going on.
I say he's poison pilling us. We just lost tonight, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some baseball ain't a thing.
So here's my question for you. It's kind of off topic, but it's been going around. What are y'all's thoughts about the Miami, Ohio? They're 30-0 tonight, but they're still considered a bubble team if they don't win their conference.
I think this is where I jump in and say their schedule is soft, right? They didn't play
Yeah.
anybody.
Well, that's what's kind of leading up.
You gotta bump up those non-conference schedule
yeah,
guys. Come on,
their schedule's not that impressive.
it's
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Let's
So, do you think leaving, like, say they do lose and they go 36-1, and they get left out of the tournament because they lost at their conference tournament?
where are they even?
That's- I mean,
It's
that's
the big
that's
thing.
how it is. I mean, do you want them in there? Like, do you think they're gonna actually disrupt? Or are they gonna the whole
I
argument?
think they lose the
the
first
whole
round.
argument about it, Mills, is whether they're gonna steal a spot from a team that really truly deserves it, right? So does
Right.
that keep a Power Four team that's kind of on the bubble out that really would probably walk through Miami of Ohio? Especially if they didn't win their conference. Like, I think that's how you kind of got to view it
Yeah.
when you have teams that are that weak, or not that weak, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they play in a conference that's weak.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
I just think it's comical now. Everyone's like, no, they should be automatically in. And it's like, no, just because they won 30 doesn't mean they're in.
No, because I'm looking at it right now. They've played 0 quad 1 games. They played 1 quad 2 game, and that was at Akron, and they won by 3. In Akron, if you look at their schedule, they're 0-4 in quad 1 and 2 games.
Did we
overall-
play Akron?
Did we play Akron?
I don't
yeah.
know.
Can't
Pretty
remember.
sure we did.
We got to have our facts straight when we podcast. But we got to remember, we're not pros out here, okay? This is 3 guys like,
if I could hear those keys clacking,
Yeah.
no, I don't
and
think we played
they have-
Akron. We had Dayton, not Akron. Sorry,
Gotcha.
I get those
and
teams,
9-0 in quad 3. So all their majority of their wins are quad 4. So yeah,
Yeah.
they currently are 52 in the net. So, but I guess if
Oof.
you're saying if they don't win the MAC, I mean,
Yeah.
Akron could beat them.
Who won tonight? Clemson or North Carolina?
UNC.
UNC.
So that's how we locked down the 2 seed.
Oh, I gotcha. Nice.
Yep.
Kevin Keats. Golly, where'd the other half of his hair go?
I'm watching the Kentucky Texas A&M game. Kentucky's losing.
Producer Madison loves seeing Kentucky lose. More,
Oh, he's
almost more than he
I got
sees
something
UGA
for you.
losing.
Producer Madison would like to chime in.
He already
What?
said week game.
He said it's March. He goes, this is at 9 o'clock. He starts our conversation. It's March. Overrated. Gotta blow this team out. It's a pass. Y'all keep making these excuses for these boys, and here y'all go again, unavailable to discuss because we're not texting them back. Clearly, he goes, the truth hurts, fellas. This is slump of going into March. Looks really bad. I said it's a win. That's what I say. I respond back. I said it's a win. He goes, they're overrated. Just admit it. I go, if he goes, if you can't handle it, get out. Good teams peak in March. They're in the decline. Y'all can't defend this team anymore, fellas. Read the post. Everyone speaks it but y'all.
These Duke fans are gonna want to have him on because they're gonna believe he tells the
They're going to give
truth.
him all the credibility. They took it from him.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking back at some scores from last year. I think Duke beat Arizona. They held them to 55. I want to say it was like 64, 55, something like that. Like, not a, you kind of look back at those games. Like, there's just games like that in basketball where teams just they're on.
We just
and
didn't
other
shoot the
teams-
ball well. We just didn't shoot the ball well.
That's what it boils down to. And I was kind of just pulling through. We got our 4 blocks though. We still blocked the ball. Anyway, not a point. And it's time to move on. It ain't nothing really to really hold on to in that game. They got to reset. You got to go see Chandler Morris's mental coach that he goes and sees to flush it, as he says.
You got to prescribe fourth free
Any
throws.
updates in that area? Anybody heard anything?
I don't got nothing there.
Before we jump into that, basketball still got, they just went final against Wake Forest. So one regular season game left Saturday at JPJ. We're finishing off with Tech. This is to avenge a loss that we had earlier in the season. So hopefully these guys can come out and play very tough and find the bottom of the net more than they did tonight. That would be helpful. But we need to run Virginia Tech out of our gym. We can't lose. We haven't been swept by Tech in basketball in a very long time, and neither team has really swept basketball. It's always been a split. So that's what we're going for on Saturday, saving that point for the Commonwealth Clash, and then we'll turn our heads towards next week. Like you said, we got a double bye going into the ACC tournament.
I will say Chance Mallory didn't do well against Evans. That was
He's our future, so that's what you're gonna get year in, year out. So
It wasn't all. He didn't score everything on Mallory though. That kid was hot from anywhere. He was just throwing up shots and knocking them down.
Oh,
so.
don't say see, Sean, you're
point.
just trying to egg him on.
I mean, when you see what he shot, he was literally he could throw up anything. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was throwing hook shots from 50 feet. Whatever he threw up was going in. Let's see, he was 7 for 11, 5 for 9 from 3, 19 points. So yeah, the good news is we didn't let Cam Boozer beat us. So, but honestly, anybody on that team could have beat us the way we shot. Chance still did fine too. He had his 9 points.
Evans is averaging about 15 a game.
Yeah, and DeRitter played tough. He had to sit a little bit. He only played 20 minutes in the game, but he still ended up with 16. So
Yeah.
well, boys, we did what we came out to accomplish. We knocked out a rebuttal video. I think we turned our head towards the ACC tournament. We got Virginia Tech, and then we turned our focus to the ACC tournament, and then the March Madness. And I think we'll definitely get a tournament preview, not before the ACC tournament, but we'll get something up before the NCAA tournament pops off for real or for good, and see where the Who's fall. Not a first round exit, hopefully.
Done. Next year, let's just make sure when we play Duke before the Duke game, let's make sure we have our schedule lined up Q1,
Yeah,
Q2
no worries.
first. We don't look at Q3 and 4.
Well, I blame bballnet.com and how they set it up. You scroll down to quad 3 and 4, you're looking at that, you miss it. So again, my apologies. I don't mean to offend some of these soft
How'd
Duke
your
fans.
brother-in-law
Robin
take
soft.
this? What did he have to say? What did your brother-in-law have to say?
He didn't say much. I texted my Duke fans right after. I said, good game. And they both, one of them said, I said, man, I hate that we can't shoot in Cameron. And he goes, y'all can't shoot, period. I was like, no, that's not true. We're about 36% three-point shooting team. We just didn't have it tonight. And then
That's
Chris
that
didn't have
soft
much to say.
non-conference schedule. It's
Yeah,
how produced
that's what it
padded
is.
them
It's the goalpost coming from the ceiling is what hurt us.
Oh, now
Sean.
we're
It's what it
blaming.
is, we're playing in a barn. You see where the announcers have to go from the game? The camera angle sucks. Everything about Cameron Indoor
How
sucks.
dare you?
So now you're going after Cameron Indoor.
No,
We just
Now
are a
you're
cheap
saying
ripoff naming our court over here, Tony Bennett Court. What do y'all think about the North Carolina State curse, that we were talking
With
about the other
Duke?
night?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
with
with Duke and with like the Final Four being in Indianapolis, it's an interesting curse.
You might want to worry about that a little bit more than UVA, I guess.
Well, too bad they blew the shit out of NC State.
Gosh, I just
Huh?
watched Doesn't Travel.
Kentucky just lost.
Sorry.
Poor Ian.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right,
All
well, I
right.
think
Well,
that kinda
folks, I
wraps
think
it
that's
up,
all.
right?
And like for the latest and greatest mistakes and burns towards Duke basketball, please follow us at Cardiac Who's on X. We'd love to hear from you there too as well. You can really get
Sean,
after Mr.
what's your
Sean.
handle on X?
Cardiac Who's. You got access
That's
to
the main
it.
one. I got an alternative one.
He's got an
What, a
alternative
burner
that
account?
says
Is that where all these comments are coming from?
I'm not Katie. It's Sean at Cardiac Who's. Or Sean
Okay,
at
there you go.
Cardiac Who's, one of the two.
Well, you know
I want
what?
to make it
I
a little
hope
bit more
everybody
personal. Feel free
leave
to
a comment. Let us know how Sean's apology went if you
Yeah,
accept
let us
it.
know. Keep commenting. Keep watching our videos. Keep commenting. It's great. We really appreciate the algorithm.
We would
picks it up.
like to go out to Wendy's and get a Coca-Cola.
All right, fellas. Well, take it easy this evening. Get rested up after that close game with Wake Forest. Ugh. And as always, go Hoos.
Go Who's.
Go Who's.